am so tired of men telling women what to wear. I'm so over it. So I had a totally different video planned for today, but I saw a video and I just can't be quiet about this one. I do not agree at all. And there might be parts in the video I agree with, but I am so tired of men telling women what to wear. I'm so over it. So I see this title that says, 5 things Christian women need to stop wearing, my reaction, right? By the Beat by Alan Parr. I don't know who Alan Parr is, but I mean, he has 1.29 million subscribers, which is like, wow, all the people. And I'm reading the comments of the video as I'm watching. And there's women like, yes, women need to stop doing this. They need to stop wearing this. Modesty is the best thing. Modesty is da 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 da, right? But as I watch the video, I think what is missing, and I encourage you all to watch the video, is just the accountability of men. And that's what tends to happen in these videos where it's women shouldn't wear this because it causes men to stumble, right? So because I wear this, it's causing men to stumble and to lust after me. But here, for the men, we aren't taking accountability for our own actions. We blame it on the woman. And I think that's my biggest gripe with this is the culture of constantly blaming other people for our own wrongdoings. I really can't stand it. So when it comes to, let's say a woman is dressed, let's say in yoga pants, that was one of the examples, in yoga pants. Now it's her fault that she's wearing these yoga pants and she is causing this person to stumble. I think one of the key things that's missing from this video is intentions, right? Intentions in what we're wearing. Some women are not wearing things for anybody else's attention. They're wearing it for themselves, right? And I'm going to get into intentions later in this video. But to start off, we're already blaming women because men can't control themselves. They can't exercise or practice self-control. Why? Why? Why do we continuously do this? If you mess up, it's on you, right? I see this a lot when I work with couples and relationships where the guy cheats and he blames the woman for all the things she didn't do in the relationship. So now it's the woman's fault that he cheated. No, you caused me to stumble because you didn't give me all these things I wanted in the relationship. Problematic. That is so problematic. And I'm going to dive into that piece too. But as you see, I'm taking my deep breaths here. Women, it is not your fault if a man cheats. It is not your fault if a man is looking at you or lusting after you. Okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. I'm tired of the lies where men are saying it's because of you, women, as to why I did something wrong. Men, we need to hold accountability and say, I did something wrong. Yes, I might have been distracted. Yes, whatever, fill in the blank, but the ownership is on you. If you're having an issue in your relationship, you communicate that issue. You work on that issue. If you're having an issue where you are constantly looking at women that are wearing these yoga pants or revealing clothes and all of the things, and then your mind starts to wander into other places, pray on that for yourself. Continue to work on that for yourself. And he brought up an example of what if guys were just wearing Speedos and walking around? One, I feel like guys wearing Speedos, one doesn't compare, but let's just go with it, right? Guys are wearing Speedos, it starts to become the norm, and therefore it doesn't become a big deal. It's not a big deal anymore. Okay, wearing a Speedo, no big deal. I think the issue is now we need to start taking our thoughts captive, right? And praying on that piece instead of blaming the other person for our own downfalls, for our own weaknesses, for our own shortcomings. Because intentions, it matters. It matters. So instead of putting so much focus in the video on the women causing men to stumble, I think more focus can be on how to gain self-control when we live in this type of society. How to better guard your mind, how to better guard your heart, right? When you're seeing these type of things that can be distractions for you. For me, that was the video I was really hoping this video was going to be. But instead, it was women should not wear this, or women, you're doing this. Don't look at my shoulder. Oh my gosh, this shoulder is sensual. Like, stop. And let's be real here. There are women that have been fully covered. There have been teenagers that have been fully covered and still have been, trigger warning, I will say this the softest way possible, have had sexually immoral acts done to them without their permission, and then have been trialed and executed for it. Okay? There are women that are wearing burqas, hijabs, fully clothed pants, shirts, all of the things. And these things still happen to them. Can we please stop blaming women for other people's shortcomings? And can we just take ownership for our own shortcomings and leave them there? Okay? I think this topic is a pet peeve for me because we tend to like to blame other people for our own shortcomings. You see this even once kids become adults and they're older adults. You're still blaming your parents for your upbringing instead of choosing, how can I move past this? What does change look like for me? How can I grow from this experience? Right? But we're 45 or 50, we're 60, still blaming, oh, well, my parents didn't do this, they didn't do that, they didn't, that's why I'm this way. The minute we can take accountability and choose growth, I think as a society, as a nation, globally, as this world, we will grow so much. We tend to lean to blaming because it's easier for our ego. That's the issue with this that I'm having. We like to lean into our pride. We like to lean into a little bit of narcissism, right? It's easier because a lot of times we don't know how to be emotionally open. So what's an easier thing? Oh, I'm gonna blame that person for that. Well, this is your fault. And this is why the Bible says it's your fault. It's dangerous. We will be so much stronger if we can just accept responsibility and be able to treat each other. We're human. We're human. We're going to make mistakes, right? We are going to fumble. Just because someone, let's say I have some type of sock fetish, someone's wearing socks, or someone has on a type of shirt, or the color that I like to see people in, oh, you've caused me to stumble. My gosh. No. No. You didn't give me everything I wanted in a relationship, so you caused me to cheat. No. We have to take accountability, period. And we have to choose growth. Now, another thing I want to bring up is he said in the video, I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a long time, right? And I think there's certain things that people will get convicted on or they feel like strongly towards. When you feel strongly towards something, in my opinion, and this is solely my opinion, I think it's great to, one, take some time to pray on that. Realize that that vision was for you, that conviction was for you, right? It's great if it doesn't stay there, but you also have to know how to give certain messages. Because sometimes you'll get messages that aren't just for you, they're for other people, right? But how you give the message is important. I think the video, I would have been able to just receive the video a lot better if it was focused on women. Be intentional about what you wear, If it was coming from a place of just, let's say, you're convicted about something, be intentional. What are you saying? Why are you wearing that outfit instead of don't wear this, don't wear that, don't do this, you wearing this because of da-da-da. No. Be intentional about what you're wearing. Why are you wearing this? Are you wearing this to purposefully grab the attention? Or are you wearing this because this makes you feel good? You like wearing this, right? So I think I would have been able to, and for me, in the beginning, he talked about, hey, a lot of people don't have issues with this video, you know. So not everybody's supposed to receive the video the same way, but I just saw so many people like 100% agree. Absolutely. Modesty is 100%. Women should never be wearing this, and women should da 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 da. And I was like, oh my God, we're missing the point. We are missing the point. We really are. And the more we continue to miss the point, every woman could be wearing all black, fully covered up, and I guarantee you men will still stumble. We're missing the point. What is the intentions behind what you're wearing? And this is something that hits close to me because I was convicted on what I was wearing, but not in the sense of like, ooh, your stomach is showing and that's such a sensual area, like he mentioned in the video. It wasn't that. It was, so I grew up wearing school uniforms. I had to wear school uniforms majority of my life. And so I didn't really care what I put on my body. I was like, okay, whatever, whatever. And then I did ballet class. In ballet class, you wear a leotard and tights, sometimes just a leotard. So that's what I grew up wearing. That was comfortable for me. I'm used to that. That was the world I lived in. Now, bring that to outside of school. I didn't really care what I threw on my body. Like, I just did it. I was just like, whatever. And then God spoke to me and said, present yourself. Care. Have intention behind what you're wearing. Don't just throw any old thing on. It could be said the same for if I'm just throwing on big old baggy sweats every day. Why aren't there videos about that? The difference is the intention. Pay attention and be intentional with what you're wearing. That's what God said to me. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on that for me. Being intentional about what I wear. How I'm presenting myself. How I'm choosing to present myself. Instead of just, I could wear sweats all day and be a happy camper. Like, that's truly what makes me happy. But God came to me personally and shifted that for me. So for women that are constantly told what to do, what to wear, or you're questioning things, I want to encourage you to go to God. Do not go to man. Man will steer you in any bias that they have, period. The same for women. Go to God if you have questions. And I think this is my issue. Actually, I know this is my issue when it comes to scripture, when it comes to people that are Christians or claim to be Christians, and then they throw Bible verses at you, is they go back to, well, this is my way. This is my way. But many times they aren't pointing you to God, they're pointing you to them. And this is how people fall into cults, and they fall into just, oh my gosh, this pastor, this preacher, this bishop, this whatever is the be all end all everything. I must follow them. So we get so caught up in following the people. Now, I'm not specifically talking about this guy in the video anymore. I don't know where he is on anything. This is just in general. I am generally speaking, okay? That guy could be an amazing guy. I just disagree with this topic, okay? So I don't want y'all to think I'm going in on him. I'm not going in on him. I just highly disagree with this topic. So, women, if there's something that you are wearing and you're just throwing it on, or you're doing it with the intentions to gain attention from men so they can lust after you, like you, go goo goo gaga, whatever it is that men do for you, question that. Go after that. Why are you wearing what you're wearing? Why are you presenting yourself like that? And I'm going to leave it at that and let God speak to you on these things. But just be careful when you turn to man for everything. It's so easy for us to go to man versus like, oh, go to God, right? Now, this is a full rant, and I don't even have all of my thoughts together. So forgive me in this, but I just had to say something in the blame game. Like, I am so over the blame game. I really am. Like, especially people we're not taught to be emotionally open. So it's so much easier to say, well, it's your fault. It's your fault. and then we leave it there. It's your fault, okay? To that individual, it's my fault, period. Now, I can choose to grow from this, or I can choose to keep blaming that person or that issue or that situation. I'm not going to grow any stronger from that. I'm just going to make a habit of blaming other people and not taking accountability, or not even taking the opportunity. Here we go. Taking the opportunity to grow into a stronger human being, to grow into, let's say, a stronger whatever you believe in, fill in the blank. But I'm going to stunt my growth by continuing to blame said person. Well, it's because you wore that crop top, caused me to stumble. It's your fault. I have an issue with the words. Women, why would you purposefully, even if a woman was purposely trying to draw your attention to her midsection, to her derriere, whatever that case may be, now what? What are you going to do? Let's go with that piece. Let's go with that piece. Because something's around you doesn't mean that you have to fall prey or fall victim to it. Anyway, so for everyone, I say this. Own your own shortcomings. Try not to blame other people for your own shortcomings. However you got them, pray on them, and then choose to move forward. Ask God for you, if you believe in God, what that looks like for you in your life. What does that look like if I was to grow from this experience? I'm to grow from, I'm surrounded by yoga pants and midriffs and big shirts and whatever. And for all the women in the comments and all the things, if it's something that bothers you, pray on that other sister. Don't just tear her down. Ooh, why is she wearing that? She shouldn't be. No. Pray. Pray that God speaks to her. If that is something that has convicted you before, it's not your job to go and Bible thump that person. It's not your job to go, well, you shouldn't be da-da-da-da. We cause more harm when we go about things in our own way. So, I'm sorry, not sorry, but I just had to say it. I am so over men telling women what to wear to help them not stumble, to help them not whatever, fill in the blank, to help them not get distracted. Let's take ownership. Let's take accountability. Now, if in this video he said any steps on men, this is how you control yourself. This is how we practice self-control. Great. There was nothing on that. At least nothing I got from it. Maybe it was in there somewhere and my ears were closed off to it. But I didn't get any tips on how to exercise self-control and what that looks like in our society. I would have much rather appreciated that video than another video on, well, women, you should not do this because it makes men do this. Intentions matter. That's the piece that's missing. When someone is intentionally trying to make someone fall, that is very different than someone falling, period. We cannot make assumptions that because someone decides to wear something, they are intentionally going after Christian men. Assumption is an assumption. Even for example, now what if women were to do the same thing, right? And women were like, well, if you didn't show me so much attention, if you didn't try to talk to me, if you didn't try to fill in the blank, then maybe I wouldn't wear those things, right? So now we got the women blaming them. If you weren't looking and giving me all that attention, then maybe I wouldn't wear those things. If I was wearing the modest things and you still gave me that attention, maybe I would go that way. So now we get in this blame game. It leads nowhere. So you see how the women can turn it around too. Well, if you weren't giving me so much attention, If you weren't trying to talk to me, if you weren't Google goggling over me, then maybe I would choose to wear something differently. If you weren't glorifying this look, if you weren't following all these type of accounts on Instagram and all of the things, if you weren't then maybe I would wear something different. Hopefully this resonates, and this piece, at least you can just see this piece. And if it doesn't, that's fine. We can always agree to disagree on this. I actually love to agree to disagree. It's fine. We can leave it at that. But I couldn't not say anything. Like, I had to say something just because I'm so tired of the blame game when it comes to various things in this world. All right. I'm done with my rant. I have no issues with anyone. I just disagree. I just totally disagree. And I don't think it's safe for us to leave it at blame the woman. She shouldn't be wearing this. It's so distracting for men and it's causing men to stumble. Well, guys, I will be back to talking about relationships on Wednesdays. Unless another rant comes up. And I cannot say I'm going to bite my tongue, okay? I cannot say that. There's a lot of times I do bite my tongue and I mind my own business. This time I could not. This time I didn't want to. So, and this one hits home for me. And that's why I couldn't. Because you can wear all the right stuff and stuff still happen to you. You can be as modest as you want to be and things still happen to you. I think the most important thing is that we continue to grow our relationship with God. But I'm done here. Wait. Ushers, close the doors. They didn't subscribe. They didn't. Close the doors. I'm sorry. I'm done. Signing off. See you next Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe.